Okay, let's go ahead and roll out, and I'll kind of explain what we're doing. It's not a new format. It's one that we've done before. I actually I really like this format because one exercise flows right into the next. We're going to do a left-right circuit. What that means is you're going to do all the exercises with your right hand or left, whichever one you're starting with, and then all the exercises with your other hand. And we've got 3 minutes to get through the circuit on one side, or on both sides. And then we're going to take 30 seconds rest in between the circuits. We're going to go through 5 times. So the first exercise is a get up. So we're just standing up. I don't think, looking at the Jack German's on. All right. I'm imagining that's Carol pretending.
Yes, it's Carol.
Okay. So we'll do 1.5 get-ups. So you start on the floor on your back. You'll get all the way up, all the way down, and then all the way up and just stay standing. From there, you do a shoulder press. So as soon as you stand up on that last get-up, so you're here, stand up. On your last get-up, you're going to press on that side. So just do a standing shoulder press. On that after that last press, the weight comes down here to your side. And by the way, guys, if you have a dumbbell here and it's just easier to hold it down by your side for the reverse lunges, no big deal there. I'm usually working with a kettlebell, so it's just easier to hold in here. So after your last press, the weight will be here. We're stepping back into a reverse lunge. So you'll do 8 reps there. After your last one, you'll drop it down to your side. And you can do whatever kind of row, either feet wide, if you're rowing like that, or 1 foot in front of the other, more, like you would have your hand on the bench, kind of a bent over row, times 8. And then finally on that side, we'll do 8 SLDL. All right. While you could go back to the beginning and like lay down on the floor real quick and go back through them, but I will typically just switch hands and start with that exercise that I just did, because it's much easier just to work your way back up through them. So reverse lunge here. After my last reverse lunge, do the shoulder press. On the last shoulder press, then I get down to the floor and finish up with the get-ups. Because that way you're starting and ending on the floor. So where the weight is will kind of cue you as to what exercise is next if you are having trouble remembering. But so we will do that today. It should take about 18 minutes of work, but we're going to get a good warm up here and a good roll. So I'll sort of pick up here. I'm sure you've been kind of working on your favorites, but let's jump in and do something just a little bit different. So let's roll your shins, the front of your shins. Switching sides. And good, while you're on your front, let's go ahead and roll the front of your quads. You go up and down, turn a little bit, up and down, making sure you're touching all front parts of your legs. Roll over to one side, so we're going down the outside of your leg. And switch to the other side. And good. Let's move up to above your hip bone. All right, so if your hip bone is here and the crest of your hip is up top, we're going to work that little space in between. Roll over your hip flexor. So we got to make sure we kind of roll right on the front of your hip. You can really only do one side at a time. Let's roll to the other side. And good. Let's sit on top of the roller. Crossing your leg over if you need it. Again, we're just kind of trying to roll over everything. Brings blood to the area. Make sure muscles are moving well over each other. And good. Finally, let's move that roller underneath your shoulder blades. And we're rolling along here. Put your hips on the floor and roll yourself side to side. And the other side as well. And good. Go ahead and take that roller. If you have one, you have a roller, you're going to put your spine along the roller so you'll sit on the very end of it. And then lay down on top of it. So this gives us a little bit more ground clearance, but what I want is arms are going to be straight. Letting the back of your hands stay on the floor. Low back in contact with the roller. And then we're just moving up like this. Hands will stay on the ground as long as they can. So you're just doing a big snow angel here. And kind of working your way through the stretch. Check in, make sure your low back is on the ground or still on the roller. You don't want to be arching up just to get to the floor with your hands. Okay, good. Let's turn that snow angel into a floor slide. So now we're going to bend your arms, try to put your elbows down in your back pocket, and reach up.
I'm Mr. Medicine.
How are you?
Good. Mr. Medicine.
Oh, you're going to go downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yeah. Okay. So it's in the, you got to go in the sliding doors through the ring.
Go through this door right here.
Yeah, down the stairs, take a right out the door, and then you're going to go into the ring. All right. So let's go ahead and roll over to all fours. One leg out to the side for a grind stretch here. Just going to work back and forth. So sitting back towards your heels and pushing your hips forward. All right, from here, whatever side is out, so my left leg is out, I'm going to take my right hand. I'm going to reach underneath, between my arm and leg. Then I'm going to rotate up, try to point my fingertips at the ceiling. Try to let your eyes lead here. So as you're trying to point your fingertips up, you're going to turn your head, look at the ceiling first. So we lead that movement with your head and neck. All right, let's switch sides. One other leg out. Again, working your hips forward and backward. And good, you're gonna take that same side hand, whatever leg is out, take that same side hand, reaching under, and then we're gonna rotate up towards the ceiling. And good, once you're done there, let's come up to one knee. So keeping your tailbone scooped under, pressing that knee down. One way you can kind of get more out of this stretch is if you were to put your toes on your foam roller. Not your shoelaces, but your toes, so it pops your foot up farther. Then once you tuck your tailbone, you should get a much bigger quad stretch out of it. So again, just keeping that tailbone tucked, making sure you're staying tall from your knee to the top of your head. And let's switch sides. Another thing that can help get more stretch out of this, so my left knee is on the ground. You take your left arm, reach up over your head, you can get a bigger stretch. And good. From there, let's go ahead and stand. You're just going to pull one toe up, pulling one toe up toward your chin. Push your hips back. So you're looking for a stretch down the back of that leg where your toes pulled up. Making sure we're breathing through all these stretches. Let's go ahead and switch sides. And good. All right, let's go through 15 body weight squats here. 15 body weight squats. So we're just down in that nice low squat. Use it as kind of a check-in. So you want to see how you're moving, making sure things feel even. Make sure you feel centered. So we're just squatting up and down here, making sure feet are nice and flat on the floor. Should start to feel a little bit of a warm by the end of this. Making sure your chest stays up. So we shouldn't be, your t-shirt logo shouldn't be facing the floor. You should still be able to see it on your computer screen. And good to go. Okay. So again, we're gonna go from get up. So we'll start on the floor. We're gonna do one full get up and down, and then just stand up on the last one. On that last one, you just go right into a shoulder press. After your last shoulder press, the weight will rest right here on your shoulder, and you do reverse lunges, times 8. Everything's 8 except the get-ups. From there, the weight comes down for a row, so you can go either feet wide or 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, your choice, and ending with the SLDL. And we work our way back up on the other side. Okay? So pick your weight, get ready to go here in about 10 seconds. Sadly, all the reasonable weights are downstairs. I may have to change things a little bit here. Okay, ready to go? Remember, we're starting off on the floor with a get up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. You got 3 minutes to work through both sides. So if you have a weight that doesn't really allow you to do, in this case, it's probably going to be the 8 shoulder presses. Do as many as you can with good form. So I've got, just because it's the only one left up here, I've got a 53, which I could do 8, but it would start getting ugly at the end. So I'm going to do 6 shoulder presses. Everything else I can do. So feel free to, I guess my point with that is, if your equipment limits you, right, or you don't have a bunch of different weights to choose from at home, feel free to change up the reps as you need to. "45 seconds left. "25. 10 seconds, then we've got 30 to rest. I'm going to call an audible here because it looks like we need a little more time. All right, so I'm going to change things up just a little bit, finish up where you are. Okay, so we'll take our 30-second rest here. I bumped it up to 330. Last time we did this, we only did 6 reps of everything. So today we're doing 8 reps. And so we needed just a little bit more time. I wasn't sure how much time we had left over. We'll get ready to go round number 2 in 15 seconds. Ten seconds. Starting off with that get up. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember, whatever side the weight is on, that's the leg that's going to be stepping back for the lunges. And same for the SLDL. So whatever leg is going back, that's the side the weight is on. Two minutes left. $50 left, 5-0. $30 left. $10 left in our working time. 2, 1, and relax. We got 30 seconds to rest. All right, 10 seconds. We start off with the get up. All right. And here we go, round 3. Minute 10 left. Forty seconds. Ten seconds left in our work time. And rest. Got 30 seconds. That was round 3, 2 rounds to go. All right, get started in 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. The shoulder press is going to be the limiting factor here usually. That's the weight that you can typically handle the least of. Like you can do a lunge with a 40-pound weight, but you may not be able to do shoulder presses with it. So feel free to adjust that as needed. Adjust the shoulder presses and anything else you need to. Anyway. 2 minutes left. Over halfway there. Forty seconds. $15 seconds left.
2, 1. All right, resting 30 seconds. Last round coming up. Ten seconds. Oh, she walked me to press that. All right, 3, 2, 1. Fifth and final round. Here we go. Two minutes left. Minute 30. One minute left. Twenty seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1. That's the wrap. So you can either stay seated or stand. Either way, we're trying to work to get our breath back here. This is one you might end up with pretty high heart rate. Some of the other circuits you've done, we end on a smaller muscle group or something. Your heart rate may not be this high, but yes, if you're like me, you have a high heart rate at the end of that circuit. So just taking a moment, filling your belly and your chest, your whole torso with air every breath. Take 3 more breaths. Then if you're seated, you'll come standing. Standing, you'll stay standing. I'm moving up one position. We're going to take 6 nice even breaths here. Trying to count 4 seconds going in, or 6 seconds coming in, 6 seconds going out. As you're standing, make sure the weight is evenly distributed in your feet. So we don't want to be standing off to one side. We had an individual scale under each foot. Both of those scales read the same thing. So shift it off to one side or the other. Typically, people will shift in their right foot. One more breath, that's 6 seconds in. And 6 seconds out. Okay. Thanks for joining me this morning, gang. I got to run. Appreciate you joining us. Have an excellent day. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you this week. See ya.